Hello, welcome to Chess with Simon. I'm Simon. I'm playing black, playing the Sicilian defence. Okay, so with these closed systems, I think the idea is to fianchetto your king's bishop to try to control the square d4. I just read a book by Mark Tamanov, the brilliant Russian player. I think he was also a very good musician, and he sort of made the point that black's control of the centre is good enough to give compensation in these sort of closed lines. So I might have got this slightly wrong. I think white's got quite a good version actually. But that's nice for me because that helps me accelerate my queenside activity because basically, black's chances are on the queen side while white's are on the king side. There we go. White having a go on the king side. So what I'm going to do is to threaten to win a pawn on c3. How's that going to go for me? I mean, it's going to go well, isn't it? Oh, is there an immediate threat? I must admit I'm a little bit concerned. Maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we'll go with the queen. Maybe to move the knight on f6 feels a bit worrying to me. I mean, what's the problem? Okay, well, to move the knight on f6 felt a bit worrying. So we'll attack with the queen. We'll leave the knight on f6 on duty. The problem with the knight on g5 is takes, and they can sack on f6 and then maybe mate on h7, which isn't. Oh, that's a fork. That's a killer, isn't it? What is it though? I mean, it's not nice. Obviously, no one likes to lose an exchange, but I'm strangely kind of chill about that, as long as I don't get my queen trapped. Because I think actually, and it's a bit of an easy thing to say, I think there's compensation. I think that queen's a bit of a problem. Most of all attacking the d2 bishop, so if I can just put pressure on the f3 knight, it might cause... Oh, also, look at that pawn. I mean, that a pawn could come in real handy, right? Like, we could make it into a queen or something. Okay. I am defending my precious pawn. My opponent does not want me to defend my precious pawn. But the good news now, and this is really good news, is that it's distracted all of the white rooks onto the king side. So takes on a4, knight e5, and then the threat is to take on f3. Okay. The basic idea is to pressure f3 and then pick up on d2. Okay, so can I have that bishop? Can I? Why can't I have the bishop? Let's have the bishop. Then I suppose the knight will take on d7, right? Okay. It's not... Okay, this, I suppose I take here, right? So what's happening here? The rook on a1 is attacked. The rook on a1's gonna move. Let's get this knight back into the action, particularly as we don't want it to be taken. So this is quite an interesting position. So what's the material? I'm down a pawn somehow, probably up a pawn and down in exchange, but lots of checks. Ironically, lots of threats around the opponent's king. I don't really think that's correct. Why? Because I think we have so many threats. When I say we, obviously, I mean we're on the same team. We're all one team. Attacking the rook on c1, rook f1, rook f1. Yeah, okay. I suppose we check with the queen. Would be my instinct. Oh, plenty of threats here. Plenty of threats. I think maybe white starts to realise now just how much is going on, because this... Yeah. I mean, this is... Is there probably a pretty ending to this? check. Oh, we love a pretty ending, don't we? Double check. There is a pretty ending, isn't there? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you resigned it. Come on, you love it. Queen G1. Queen G1, rook takes, knight F2. I mean, okay. I get it. Let's just have a look at the end. So yeah, that was a fun game. I mean, what's interesting is we actually did come through the centre, as Mark Tamanov said. We came through the centre. But it was clearly a winding path. So what's happening here? White's better, white's better, white's better. But we're playing kind of engine moves, and so we're just reining it back in. This was really bad because the knight's hanging. Oh, so the engine wants to take the knight, and then when we take the rook. So that's, I get that. Just take the knight, and then we're just getting an exchange back. Okay, but then this queen, yeah, queen takes. I didn't like it. Although I didn't get it right. Oh, knight check is better, is it? Okay, that I didn't see that. Knight F3 check. It's probably forcing mate or something, is it? Let's have a look, since I didn't see it. Knight F3 check. Queen E3. Yeah, it's pretty hard to see this. I'm not at the speed we were playing. And they got to give the queen up to stop. Mate. Okay, so I took here, missed win. But then this really was bad. Oh, taking the rook was wrong. I should have... Okay, and the mate in 1. Oh, the queen at the back just mates. Okay. So actually, this smothered mate wasn't the only way to do it. Oh, you can't even... Oh, you can take with the rook. That's right. You take with the rook. Knight F2 is checkmate. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope everyone's well.